Most countries say Jerusalem's status should be determined in a final peace settlement, and say moving their embassies now would prejudge any such deal. Addressing dignitaries at the Foreign Ministry, including U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and the president's daughter and son-in-law, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, the Israeli Prime Minister urged others to follow Washington's lead. Move your embassies to Jerusalem because it's the right thing to do, Netanyahu said. Move your embassies to Jerusalem because it advances peace, and that's because you can't base peace on a foundation of lies. Jerusalem, which is sacred to Jews, Muslims, and Christians, was decorated with roadside flower beds in the design of the U.S. flag and posters reading, "Trump Make Israel Great Again." Tragically, the U.S. administration has chosen to side with Israel's exclusivist claims over a city that has for centuries been sacred to all faiths, the General Delegation of the Palestine Liberation Organization to the United States said. The U.S. embassy move gives life to a religious conflict instead of a dignified peace, it said in a statement. Israel said all 86 countries with diplomatic missions in Israel were invited to the event, and 33 confirmed attendance. Among those present were delegates from Guatemala and Paraguay, which will open their own Jerusalem embassies later this month. European Rift attending the Foreign Ministry gathering were representatives from Hungary, Romania, and the Czech Republic, but none from Western European Union states, suggesting a rift within the bloc over Trump's Jerusalem move. No-show nations withheld comment on Sunday. The EU mission in Israel tweeted on Friday that the bloc would respect the international consensus on Jerusalem, including on the location of their diplomatic representations until the final status of Jerusalem is resolved. Hundreds of Israeli rightists entered Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, an icon of Palestinian nationalism and a vestige of ancient Jewish temples. Witnesses said some prostrated themselves in Jewish prayer, violating religious restrictions at the site and sparking scuffles with Muslim worshippers. Israeli police said several people were forcibly removed and questioned. The U.S. Treasury Secretary called the embassy relocation a sign of the enduring friendship and partnership between our two countries, and also referred to the U.S. withdrawal last week from the Iran nuclear deal, a move welcomed by Israel and some U.S. Arab allies in the Gulf but lamented by other world powers. The Palestinians plan to demonstrate against Monday's inauguration from Arab districts abutting the Jerusalem site. On the border with Gaza, Palestinians have also held protests as Israel prepares to mark 70 years since its creation, an event Palestinians call the Nakba, or catastrophe, when hundreds of thousands of them were displaced from their homes. More than 40 Palestinians have been killed in the latest violence. In a recorded speech released on Sunday, Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri criticized Trump's decision on the embassy, as well as the leaders of Muslim countries he said had sold out the Palestinians. He also said Israel's Tel Aviv was Muslim land. The Trump administration has sought to keep the door open to Israeli-Palestinian diplomacy by saying the embassy move did not aim to prejudge Jerusalem's final borders. The U.S. consulate in the city, tasked with handling Palestinian ties, will remain. Washington has not asked Israel to initiate peace moves in exchange for the embassy relocation, U.S. Ambassador David Friedman told reporters on Friday. There was no give and take with Israel with regard to this decision.